From Pack God losing millions of viewers after his roasts were exposed.
I'm gonna start just roasting Jacob. That you slide in. I'm gonna start talking to you and be like, bro, that shit is not happening.
To Adam 22's glorious hip-hop reputation being destroyed by an allegation.
I said that I spoke to her on the phone when she was 16.
Here are 9 of the most legendary rises and falls in YouTube history, starting with Pack God, who would rise to fame for his brutal, lightning-fast insults.
You want me to leave speed? Let me just open up my brain and get on your Speed McQueen, body built like a lima bean. You shop at Sheen, you're 13, you lack basic hygiene. Your teeth are gapped, you got a highway going in between.
Man can make stuff up in a split second and doesn't stutter. Mad respect. With this, Pack God became the YouTuber millions tuned into to watch destroy his next opponent.
Look at your haircut, boy. You got a Plants vs. Zombies map on your head. You ugly as shut your nasty, you got that
The most scary thing about Pack God, it's not how good he roasts, it's how creative he gets with them. And this talent would be celebrated until December 2022, when fans discovered the specifics about his creative process.
And then I'm gonna start talking to you and be like, bro, that shit is not happening. And you start, and then while I'm saying, bro, that there's no way. Then you start barking, right? And then I'm gonna get louder, and then you keep barking. You get it?
Got it. And so
all right, ready?
What do I say when I interrupt you?
Just be like, just say the same shit you said before. Jacob, why are you looking like Harry Potter with a mid fade? Boy, you about nasty. Said what
this
you
reveal of Pack God staging his roasts completely changed public perception. I genuinely used to think this guy was cooking. Turns out that it was just ishy rage bait I fell for. And as a result, Pack God's channel stagnated, now getting 1/6 of the over 14 million views he used to pull in, which is around the same number of views Hamza Ahmed was getting when he first became popular with his character-based videos.
Adonis wakes up to sunrise and starts his day, whilst Jeffrey stays in bed. Adonis breezes through his morning routine. He jumps into the icy lake, he meditates and he explores in nature. He picks out his favorite leaf. Jeffrey's still in bed.
These videos would appeal mostly to young men who began agreeing with his point of view. Once you've acknowledged that you have that Jeffrey side to your brain and that you can combat him with Adonis, you can become so much greater than you ever thought possible. With fans trusting him for motivational advice, Hamza would then be inspired to launch Adonis School in 2023 to help even more people.
Also giving members of Adonis School access to every paid course that I've made. My courses are $500, $1,000, $880, and I've literally put them all inside of Adonis School for access for the students. That means that you're going to improve your mindset, your productivity. You're going to learn all of my YouTube secrets.
Fans were hyped until the then price point started raising some questions. This effing guy was charging effing $399 a month? What the F, Hams? That wasn't the only criticism Hamza's course received, though.
At this point, about 30 people reached out to me who were ex-members, and they said a lot of the stuff along the lines of they joined and they found that the information that was on the group was stuff that they could easily find online for free.
Following this expose, Hamza's reputation tanked, with his videos struggling to get even 1/10 of the views they used to. Nevertheless, his school remains open, though now at a much lower price point and under the shadow of the controversy. Hamza is a great example of why you need to stay humble and put your ego aside. It's kind of ironic that one of his favorite books was Ego is the Enemy, yet he fell prey to his own ego. But while Hamza's empire fell to disappointed fans thanks to his ego, fitness coach Ashton Hall gained attention thanks to his bizarre morning routine. This is comedy gold. Bro spends all day getting ready for bed, but while the attention he got was more about people laughing at him than admiring him, Ashton's videos still racked up almost 800 million views. Capitalizing on the spotlight, he launched his own fitness app, which only pushed his popularity even further. That momentum lasted until March 2025, when professional footballer Cam Newton called Ashton out.
Nobody's in top tier viewing shape. Viewing shape means like your hair look good, your body look good. At 4 a.m., bro. Now my question to him is, are you natty?
What's natty? Natural?
This fake athlete allegation would then be put to the test just 3 months later, when Ashton decided to race streamer iShowSpeed after weeks of trash talk.
This is not going to be a good look for you, brother. I'm trying to put you on game.
On God. Okay, watch
You know
this.
you little bro, I'm trying to look out for you.
You a dead, he's a dead ass fraud. Why is it like, why do
You talking too much.
like you a,
too many
you
times.
a cause you a fraud, my you a fraud.
And once the race happened, the truth came out.
He's slow as fuck. He's slow as fuck. I'm out, boy.
Not once.
Too slow. It's slow. It's too slow. Too slow. Too slow.
Not twice. but 3 times. Losing, however, wasn't the actual problem.
You see I fell. You was dusted already. I wasn't dusted. You was already dusted. Come on, let's go again.
And eventually, Speed had had enough of how Ashton handled the loss.
Chad, look what he doing. As I keep beating, he's going to keep making up excuses. If you were faster, I wouldn't want to race again.
But Ashton wasn't willing to back down.
If you were faster, I wouldn't want to race again. I'll be like, yo, Speed is faster, bro. I don't want no business with him. I'm racing again because I know I'm faster. I got all the video angles. You lost all 3 times. Come on, let's run it.
Prompting Speed to give him one last chance.
Bye.
Bro couldn't take an L, so we took 4. Since then, Ashton's views have crashed from 8 million to barely 2 million, with former fans calling him a fraud. The biggest disingenuous thing about all of this is that he offers fitness coaching, but you can look at him and tell he's on gear even though he claims he's not, even comparing him to another infamous fitness influencer. I just look at him as a black version of Liver King, real name Brian Johnson, who became known for his eccentric diet.
What up, Primals? Liver King here. We just took down a Mongolian yak. And where do you think we're gonna start? Of course, the liver first, because liver is king.
Love watching Liver King. He is surrounded by his polar opposites in almost every capacity. But Brian wasn't just eating liver. He was building a whole persona around what he called the ancestral lifestyle.
So the 9 ancestral tenets are these forces that have nourished us and shaped us to epigenetically express our highest and most dominant form.
This content made him one of the fastest rising names in fitness, racking up over 84 million views on YouTube with a loyal following that copied his every move. Liver King's larger-than-life persona, however, came crashing down in November 2022 when fellow fitness YouTuber Derek Monroe exposed his leaked emails.
And I've just hired a team to build the Liver King brand with the goal of 1 million followers by March 2022.
The biggest surprise, however, came once Derek dug into his own email archives.
I need to get shredded, have more energy, and get my brain working better, but I overtrain. Approximately 12 to 14 workouts a week and can't stop. I played around with peptides and would like to explore real GH like Omnitrope and others.
Despite this evidence, Brian denied everything.
Do you think if I was on steroids, I would have these fucking appendages down here, these legs?
Have legs?
Do you see how fucking little?
This was enough to convince some fans, but most had already called his bluff. He's called Liver King because his liver somehow survived all of this, forcing Liver King to finally come forward a month after Derek's expose.
Primals, I'm making this video to apologize because I fucked up. Yes, I've done steroids, and yes, I am on steroids, monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician.
But this was not an apology viewers were willing to accept. Okay guys, I blatantly lied about steroids, but trust me, I'm telling the truth about everything else. Scout's honor. In the aftermath, Brian's Liver King empire has collapsed hard, with his videos that once racked up over 2 million views now struggling to hit even 50K, and his credibility and public image taking a significant blow. But where Liver King's empire was crumbling, Adam22 built No Jumper into one of YouTube's biggest hip-hop podcasts after launching the channel in 2015.
No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. Today we're here with
XXX Tentacion.
I've been watching you for a long time, and your content remains interesting and relevant. Just as Adam22 was cementing his place as a major tastemaker, however, old allegations resurfaced and cast a shadow over his rise. The accounts came from 2 women using the aliases Jane and Dee. Jane claimed that Adam made inappropriate advances towards her, while Dee accused him of grape. I was like, no, just stop. I was pushing him off me and my hands were pushing him, really just barricading my vagina with my hands. But when Adam was confronted about these allegations...
Now, you're in a situation where 2 women accuse you of rape?
His version of the story didn't match the girl's at all.
There's like a girl that I dated for like 3-4 months back, like about 10 years ago, and she just like came out of the woodwork and like just decided to say that I raped her. Like, there was nothing like that ever indicated this. Like, we actually had like a totally normal, fun, like healthy relationship for the whole time that we were together. Like, and also when you say the two girl thing, the other one was honestly when I was young. I was like, you know, we hung out. We had probably like 3-4 times. And then there was like, after the fact, she got this new boyfriend. And I just remember that the new boyfriend like was giving her a hard time about fucking me because I was like, you know, sort of promiscuous at the time. And like, she just like told him like, oh, I didn't want to have sex with him, like he made me. Boom, like this guy just tells me. Like he told me because he realized at a certain point in him dating her, He realized that she was like a habitual liar.
But that's not what the internet thought. He looks mad guilty, which was an observation that only gained weight the more Adam spoke on the topic.
The article says
I'm going on
19 when I met her.
She was 19 when you met her?
Yeah. The article says it.
So, but what did you say?
I said that I spoke to her on the phone when she was 16 before I realized that she was.
All right, well,
that's how we catch a lot
that's how we catch him.
Canadian. She didn't even know that she was doing something fucked up.
In the aftermath of the allegations, Adam 22 was dropped from his record label, with his views falling from hundreds of thousands to barely a few thousand. In contrast to Keemstar, who in 2009 would build his entire viewership around Drama Alert, a channel that turned YouTube beef into nightly entertainment.
What is up, Drama Alert Nation? I'm your host, Killer Keemstar.
But let's say that there are bruises on her neck. Let's say it is a bruise. Did it come from FaZe Banks? I just don't think so. Because we found a tweet from Megs that she doesn't want you to see. Back on June 23rd, she tweeted out, "I constantly have 10 to 5 mysterious bruises." Oh,
I've never seen Keemstar this mad. It's hilarious. I'm a fan of him. With the massive support, Keemstar amped up his content, finding a way not only to entertain, but to do the greater good by exposing PDF files in the community, specifically RuneScape streamer RS Glory and Gold.
John Phillips, 54, of Finchburg, Massachusetts, is accused of having sex with a 13-year-old Michigan girl. Now, John was arrested for this, and he recently got out of jail, and the first thing he did was stream RuneScape on Twitch.
This accusation, however, turned out to be completely false.
My name's Sir Tony Ray, and I'm coming to you on Glory and Gold.
And once Tony showed his ID to prove that he was not John Phillips,
everybody in the world knows my real name's Tony Ray Winchester. I'm 62. I don't want that guy to bother me no matter what. I don't want his money. I don't want his apology.
the entire internet turned against Keem. You can't apologize for this. You could have effing destroyed this guy's life. Worse, this wasn't even the first time Keem did something that nearly ruined someone's life.
I play the video and I say, this autistic boy is hilarious or something like that, right? 3 days later, I get a copyright claim on the video, and the kid goes and tells me, he goes, listen, he goes, I'm getting bullied at school because you called me the autistic boy.
As of September 2025, Keemstar is still active as Drama Alert's host, though the channel now only gets a couple of 100,000 views compared to the millions it used to, especially when he got canceled by content cop iDubbbz.
So I'm not making fun of an autistic kid, I'm instead making fun of a retarded adult. I'm so excited.
This type of content would be the reason why iDubbbz, aka Ian Joma, would rise to fame in 2018.
It feels like this performance and Patrick Starr's character was written by a 60-year-old straight man from the perspective of what he thinks a gay person sounds and acts like. Oh shit. Babe, what do gay people like? Yes, I know they like men.
YouTube will never achieve this level of peak comedy ever again, although Ian would prove this wrong with his long-form documentary videos.
This one. You can get a shot of that.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Earning tens of millions of fans. This is an era of Ian I'm really looking forward to seeing more of. But this era wouldn't last because in June of 2021, iDubbbz married Canadian Twitch streamer Anissa. In pictures, she was the love of his life, but behind the scenes...
If you can, I just want to ask you if you've always been shitting your pants.
No.
Because since I've known you, you've always had like IBS.
And she didn't stop there.
Thought we were gonna do a documentary, so I like filmed him coughing in the shower. All night he was coughing. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be so bad.
This is genuinely like every single high school relationship I have ever seen, and they all end badly for the guy. This comment would start seeming truer and truer in November of 2023 when Max Mofo, one of iDubbbz's closest friends, got married. Why wasn't iDubbbz invited to Max's wedding? As fans kept speculating, however, they came across Discord chats from Anissa suggesting that the reason behind their absence was Ian's IBS. But on November 10th, 2023, 2023, a post on Anissa's Instagram revealed the real reason they skipped the wedding. I can post this finally now that I've shown the completed back piece. This was after my 3rd session, but I just liked the photo, so I held on to it until it was done, so you guys could see it completed first. And all people could think about was how she made her husband distance himself from his own best friend. This is the infamous back tattoo you made the cuck attend instead of his best friend's wedding? Crazy. Worse, even when iDubbbz attempted to stage his own comeback, things didn't work out.
I don't want to say too much, and I think I'm also like a little bit like fighting against maybe who I am. Or I'm like, oh, I don't want to be that guy, you know. I don't want to be talking about drama all the time or, you know, any of this stuff. I think in live streaming and being as entertaining as I can be, it's like a little bit, it's just not good enough. You kind of have to be a more exaggerated version of yourself to even be remotely entertaining in a stream.
Dude, all this mofo talks about is not being controversial and Anissa. It's too repetitive and lame. As a result, iDubbbz lost nearly 700,000 subscribers from his peak, and his video views plummeted from over 8 million to just around 300,000. Unlike Bruce Dropomoff, who blew up online with his energy, humor, and the way he connected with fans.
Listen, don't copy nobody confession. Don't repeat the same confession if you already told it. Just sit back, relax, and listen. No fake donations. This is a real place, I feel like, where people come and they get out everything. Yo, who is this?
This is my effing comfort to the intro, background music, confessions, and Bruce. Fans especially loved Bruce's friendships with fellow streamers like Kai Cenat.
Look at me and my teammate. Look at me and my teammate. Look at me and my teammate.
Hand in hand.
Hand in hand.
But while Bruce built a reputation as a genuine and honest creator, on October 13th, 2023, leaked messages revealed a completely different reality.
I spoke to this nigga today, and this nigga is 2 different personalities when it comes to sparking up a stream and it comes to real life.
But the messages weren't the only time Bruce had badmouthed Kai.
Do that scripted content shit. That's why I went to kick. None of this shit scripted, none of it. And I don't got shit to lie about. I know these in real life. Only wanting to call people when it's for content. I'm good. I can say this because I'm straight. At the end of the day, what shit all for, chat? Money.
Despite Bruce's accusations, Kai tried to sort things out with him.
Then after I gave him the benefit of the doubt and I said, yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I really didn't expect that from you and I appreciate you. And whatever you need, I'm here. I'll be cool. It was never no beef and shit.
But Bruce only continued acting fake behind his back.
He says that, Ben still goes into a DM and say that, bro. How the you do that? How? You should be going to therapy.
Prompting Kai to finally stop caring.
I don't want to be your friend no more. I don't want to do shit with you no more. I don't want to be associated with you no more. I don't give a what you got going on. Because it is too dangerous to have a like that in my circle. One day smiling, next time you in your phone gossiping to your top mods.
Nevertheless, Bruce refused to apologize.
Those messages were me. Indeed were me. I take full accountability for all of those. I don't know, some of those might be Photoshopped now by now, but majority of the I was 100% me. I don't take back any of the things that I said.
And with that, even his own fans turned against him. In all seriousness, Bruce fell off, tried making being a bad human being an internet personality. Since then, Bruce's views have fallen from millions to less than half of that, with his subscriber stats being even worse.
Yo, we got. There's no way we fell off again, chat. Oh my God.
www.
How? How? I streamed for fucking 3 days this week. How the f we only got 12 subs?
Which is something Wilbur Soot couldn't relate to when he rose to fame in 2017 through Minecraft roleplay, storytelling, and music.
We have people who want order. Bloody brilliant. Go, my children, my disciples, I will watch. Go, produce your world. This is up to you now. There you are. So off they go. Off they go together.
I don't know about anyone else, but Wilbur is making quarantine 1000% funnier. This entertaining quality set Wilbur's content apart, and soon enough, he had earned over 5 million subscribers. But on February 24th, 2024, everything began to unravel as Wilbur's ex-girlfriend, Shelby, opened up about an abusive ex.
It was until I needed to use this safe word. It had become his benchmark for when to stop.
Only once I was definitely hurt, which meant I was being hurt every single day, multiple times a day, for all of the days that we spent together in person. And when I asked him to stop again, this time he said, this is who he is. He isn't going to change. He was going to keep hurting me, and it was possibly going to escalate even further. So I broke up with him.
Nevertheless, Shelby didn't actually reveal who she was talking about until an old video gave everything away.
Tell them about how awful I am to you.
To me?
Yeah.
He keeps biting me.
Yeah.
With that confirmation, 3 days after the allegations first came out, Wilbur finally responded. The allegation of abuse, particularly in the form of biting, deeply shocked me. Throughout our relationship, I understood that this behavior was consensual, playful, and reciprocally enjoyed. While I may perceive our interactions differently, I recognize that this person has processed and expressed feelings of hurt. I want to extend my sincerest apologies for any pain that I caused. But Shelby wasn't willing to accept this apology.
It's offensive to downplay it that much. And in my opinion, the most obvious thing to me is that the apology is not genuine at all.
And the internet was on her side. I really hope she's okay. What Wilbur did is stupid, and I can't believe he could have done something like that. With that, Wilbur's entire channel took a nosedive. His subscriber count dropped by over 220,000 in just 30 days, and the YouTuber stopped posting for years. Until June 19th, 2025, when he returned with an update.
I don't want to reopen any old discussions. I responded to the situation in February of last year, and I still stand by everything I said in that statement. The clarity I've offered to my close friends and my family would mean publicly sharing deeply personal parts of my private life and my relationships with the internet. I've never been comfortable doing that. I am coming back to making YouTube videos. However, I'm probably done with Minecraft for the time being.
Although this did not get the response Wilbur had probably hoped for. Sorry for not caring about what an abuser has to say. Since then, Wilbur's uploaded no other videos, leaving his channel frozen in time. A reminder that a rise can make a name, but a fall can end it.